Hey everybody, Mr. Bress here. Welcome back. Today is the first day back from break, and it's an asynchronous learning day. And to end this your quarter of biology, or this first semester of school, we're going to be ending the biology class with the DNA unit. So I just want to take a little bit of time to go through the structure of that unit and to give you a little heads up of like what we're going to be doing during that unit. So I'm going to head over and I'm going to show it from my iPad so you can see it from that perspective. There we go. And yes, here we are. So in Canvas, in modules, here is our final unit, the DNA unit. And you can see it's structured very similar to the other units where each day is listed and the date that we're going to be covering that specific topic. The points are the same as they've been for the previous units. The final summative test is going to be worth 28 points, and the formative project is going to be worth 5 points. And that's of our entire 100 points for the quarter. So the formative project here is going to be identical to what you're going to do for the summative assessment. And so I want to open that up and just show you what this looks like, and to show you that it's pretty straightforward. So I'm going to click on this formative project. Maybe I can send it on over to Notability just so we can get used to seeing that. So this is over in Notability now. But here's the deal. This is what it's going to look like. You're going to be given a slideshow as it loads up here. Let's not get that. You're going to be given a slideshow with 21 nucleotides. So this might not look like a whole lot to you now, but the goal is by the end of this, well, hopefully by the end of the first week, you're going to start recognizing these shapes here, these chemical structures that represent the building blocks of DNA. So there are going to be 21 of these here, and your goal is to identify what those nucleotides are and what human gene they belong to. So they're not the entire gene, they're just one section of the gene, 21 nucleotide section of probably 1,000 nucleotide gene. And that's basically it. You're gonna figure out what that nucleotide, what those nucleotides are. You're going to write them right here. And eventually you're gonna tell me what gene it's a part of and what chromosome it's on. Along the way, we're going to learn a couple other things about how to transcribe that DNA into RNA and how to translate that RNA into amino acids, which make up proteins. And we're going to learn what would happen if we mutated if one of those nucleotides changed to another one. That's what happens during the mutation, what effect that might have on this protein. That's it. And your final assessment is going to look identical to this. So in class, what we're going to do is we are going to learn throughout the days each of those steps of that formative assessment so that you're able to then do it with a new set of nucleotides on the summative test. Along the way, I've put some videos in here with video guides to help you understand why we're doing this, what actually is happening in the body. Because you could say you probably could learn the skills or the sort of tasks or the patterns to complete this formative project without knowing any of the biology behind it. My hope is that you learn how this is converted to be able to do those tasks, which is what an actual scientist would do. In addition, along the way, understanding the context of how this fits into how not just human cells, but all cells work, and the role that DNA plays in providing the code for the proteins for our traits. And that's what that is going to be along the way. Just like in the previous units, down here, there's a practice test. I just have one practice test this time. And then each of you is going to have your very own unique test with a set of your own nucleotides that you're going to figure out. And that's really all there is for the unit. Identify those nucleotides, figure out what gene they're a part of, and do a couple of the biological steps along the way. Today, for you all, it's Monday, January 4th, and the first is just an introduction to DNA and some guides along with it. I know the question's going to come up. Are these guides that I provide here, I'm going to just click on this, are these guides graded? No, they are not graded, right? The only thing that's graded is going to be our formative practice. However, these are really good to help kind of organize your thinking and learn some of the biology along the way. So they're not graded, but I put time into them because I think they're important for you all to know, and it'll help give you some context for the unit as a whole. So I hope that was just a quick overview of what's happening for the DNA unit. And I will see you all tomorrow in class. And as always, send me an email, give me a shout out if you have any questions. All right, I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.